Ah, yes. It's that time of the day, week, month, and new year for our bi-weekly chit-chat with Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from Cinema Veterinary Center, located on Cinema Drive in beautiful downtown Valencia for all your doggy and kitty veterinary needs. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Now, this is really exciting. Now, how long have you been open?
4 years.
4 years. That's very exciting. And of course, as a customer, I can attest to how well you've treated now all three of my dogs, including our buddy, who's doing much better now.
Oh, good.
He's not having the John Wayne swagger like he did, so everything's working out.
Good.
You know, a couple things, though. It's January. It's National Train Your Dog Month and National Walk Your Pet Month. Mm-hmm. And so these are two things that are very, very important. A lot of people, especially, I know we didn't talk about it this season, but those who got pets for their kids or pets for Christmas, that now that all the excitement of the holidays is worn off, that it's time to make sure that they become well-behaved pet citizens, right?
Absolutely. It's very important.
And these are two things that I've learned to go hand in hand, of course, training and walking, because it really does help to balance them out from a behavioral standpoint.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, obviously, training in general, you know, your normal commands, sit, stay, come, potty training, all of that is very important. A lot of that you can do from your own home, especially with puppies that have not been fully vaccinated. It's probably best to work out of your own home. But there's also many great trainers in this valley for more particular behavioral needs that could come to your home as well and work with your pet. And then the walking aspect, yes, you know, every dog would do well with being walked on a regular basis. It helps get their energy out. It's a good bonding experience between you and your pet. And it helps them learn how to focus in different environments as well.
And also from the social aspect too, because you do meet other people out on especially in Valencia where I live at the paseos, people are always walking their dogs or bikes and things like that. And they kind of learn how to handle
socialize
all those situations
appropriately. Exactly.
And you know, talking about training, very true, in different personality types, we don't always think about, especially if it's a new dog we're getting, whether or not we're getting an alpha with a very willful personality, or one who's a little bit more submissive, which I think most people, me from here on in, I'm looking for the one that's mellow and laid back, because I've inadvertently gotten those alphas, and they're a little bit tougher to train.
Right.
And there are, a buddy we've taken, well, he's the only one we've had since a puppy. We did take him to puppy kindergarten, you know, but and he learned the basic commands. And I think it is really important because you do also bond with your dog better that way.
Right. Yeah. And the interesting part is some dogs that may be very submissive off leash can become more dominant on leash. So learning your dog's quirks and traits is important. And if there are any maybe on-leash aggression or strange tendencies like that, finding out about that early and then figuring out a way to correct that either with a trainer or a behaviorist, you know, or on your own would be a good thing. You
know, you're right about that. And there's been times, doctor, where I know someone who recently got married, they got remarried, or they both were remarried. In other words, they married each other and they both had dogs. Dogs were perfect with each other. But once they moved on blended household, the dogs could not be in the same room with each other. And those are situations where you might not even realize, even if you had your dogs for a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so those are things to think about, not just as a puppy or whatever, but just keeping that in mind as you move on. I think it's really important to get them out of the house and interactive with other pets in different environments.
Absolutely.
Too. So National Train Your Dog Month, Walk Your Pet Month, and of course, if you did get one of those cute little puppies for the holiday season and for Christmas, make sure you bring them down to Cinema Veterinary Center for a checkup and making sure they have all their shots, especially as puppies, because it's really important that puppies, before they're vaccinated, they don't really intermingle or get around other dogs, right?
Right. It's important to keep them sort of in their safe little bubble of your home, because you don't want them going out to pet stores or dog parks or on the paseos, because there's a lot of diseases that can just live in the environment even after those dogs are gone, and you never really know what's there.
And they're just little, and they're so cute.
And they're little, yeah.
And you can see them at the pet store, and they're so cute. But even still, make sure that they're all vaccinated first, and then after that, they're kind of good to go.
Right.
And then they can do all the other things. And so, although we're not really huge on the idea of giving pets as holiday gifts, but if you did get one or you gave one to the kids or whatever, make sure that you are following up with proper training, walking them and making sure that they live productive and good, healthy, and socially interactive lives, especially when you bring them to the vet, right?
Right.
That makes your job so much easier.
Yes.
Oh, because there's that's I've had those types of dogs too. That I adopted a German Shepherd when he was 5 years old, and so I didn't know from that. But as he got older, he most certainly did not want to go to the veterinarian. They had to get the big pole out and everything. That's no fun.
And that's interesting too. Is sometimes a good idea is just to bring them by for step on the scale, get a weight, get treats, and go home.
So
get them
kind of used to
get them used to it, get them used to the people that are there, and make it not such a scary experience.
Right. It's not just okay, we're going to examine you now.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, Cinema Veterinary Center, located on Cinema Drive in beautiful Valencia, cinemavet.com, and that phone number is
661-253-9300.
Always a pleasure. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.